in the earlier photograph that we took of Sasha when we were pretty close to the wall right here, I even made reference that our wall was kind of a beige color. We had some green of the stained glass, some oranges, some blues, and so forth, some gold of the Stations of the Cross here and so forth. And you may have been wondering, okay, well, David, what's that going to look like in our image? And when we looked at the image, we saw that it was really kind of warm looking to begin with. So what I want to do is talk about how we can do a little color correcting when we are using surfaces, bouncing off of surfaces that might give us a little color shift on the image. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take the first image first of all right here, and then I'll kind of walk through the whole process. So we got this. Sasha, let me bring your head back around. Chin up just a fraction. Chin up a little bit. There you go. Great. Good, good, good. Okay, and when I look at our image, it's a pretty image just like we had before, but it's still kind of warm looking. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the proper color balance. What I'm going to do is just shoot into her white gown right here or anything else that's white, but since she's got the white gown on, I'm just going to go pretty darn close right to the gown. And I'm simply going to hit the menu right here. I'm going to go into white balance right here, and I'm going to set it for the white gown picture. It says we're doing okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and readjust my color balance right here to the custom white balance setting right here. I'm going to take the photograph one more time here. Sasha, yep, you got it. Great, great, great. Turn your head just a bit more for me. All right, great, great, great. Turn your nose just a little bit more. Now when we take a look at this image, we see, wow, it's kind of cool. It's, you might be thinking to yourself, well, hold on one second, David, I like that earlier image better. It just had a much more pleasing warmth to it. It just felt better. This one here looks a little bit cool. It doesn't look as bridal. It doesn't look as wedding-y or as pretty as it did before. Well, what can I do to warm it up? Well, I'm going to use a control on the camera, and regardless of what cameras you're using, I know Nikon has it, I know the Canon I'm shooting has it, but let me just talk about how we can do that. What I'm going to do is hit the menu button, and right under on my Canon 40D, right under that is a white balance shift. I'm going to activate that, press the button, and now I can shift it to blue, or I can shift it to red or magenta or green all around the color spectrum. I'm just going to shift it a couple notches over here to the warm side, and then down just a little bit here. So I'm just warming it up just a little bit. Now let me retake the photograph and see if it looks a little bit better here. Okay, again, turn your nose just oh, too much. Come back. Good, good, good. Great, great. And now when I look at the image, man, it is an awful pretty looking photograph. I thought the other one was pretty to begin with, the one that was warm. The cool one was pretty lighting, but even though it was pretty lighting, it wasn't really pretty color balance. But this one has a little bit of warmth. It's got a nice, a fairly neutral tone. It's balanced a little bit on the warm side, but it's really a pretty photograph. So anyway, these are all the tools that we have in our hands. I like to say that in our hands, we carry with us to a wedding these magical devices. And these magical devices are almost Harry Potter magic. There's a ton of magic in all these things here that really help us get some really, really nice, beautiful, flattering images of our clients. So we've just made an image of the close-up of the bride's gown. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and set the custom white balance right here. I've just scrolled to custom white balance, pressing that. And the way it works with the Canon here, it says that's the image I want. I'm going to press OK. And then what I need to do then is just set my camera then on custom white balance right here, which is kind of this funky little setting that you'll see right here. It's different for each camera, but at least you kind of get the idea. After we've got our custom white balance, when we took that photograph, we saw that it was kind of blue. So what I want to do here is go to my white balance shift. I'm just going to scroll down one notch right here, activate that, and I'm going to drag. You can see everything is dead center, from blue to red, green to magenta, and so forth. I'm going to drag it over to the warmer side, basically warming up the white balance just a bit. And based on experimentation, I also found that if I add just a little bit more magenta to it, right about there, press OK, I'm good to go. Let me bring those numbers up again. So I don't know what all these numbers mean, but I know with that particular white balance adjustment, if you will, that it gives me that really pretty photograph that we just took just a few minutes ago. Now I want to say that, and I'm giggling here because I've done it before, is once you put your white balance shift, please be sure that once you change direction, that you be sure that you kill your white balance shift when you're finished and you're ready to go to a new location. So right now we got everything reset to 0, so I'm ready to go into another direction of to another location of the church.